guys, and welcome back to Kids Domino World. Today we are going to be doing a very special tutorial inspired by Hevish 5. It is called the Octawall. Now we have used the Octawall in many of our setups. Here are some examples. A lot, and they look really cool. Question is, how are we going to build them? Well, today we're going to be showing you how to build an octawall. We're going to start by placing dominoes in kind of like a square shape, kind of like this, except they're going to be facing up. So you're going to want to place one here, that's starting. Now the second one, it wants to be like a diagonal domino, can fit well onto there, so like that. You don't want it to be on the edge leaning for its life. So that's good. And now you just gotta keep measuring that like that. So you don't want it to be like this, where it's like on the very edge, because when you get high, you could destroy it. So you want to make sure it fits nicely. And then the last four. Okay, good. And then you can just make slight adjustments. Okay, so now that I made some adjustments, we're going to build a second module, just like this. So we're going to place the second domino mildly closed. There's a crack right over here, so I'm going to scoot it over a little. Now we're going to just repeat that process. Okay, so now that we have two modules, let's start stacking up. Now the important part here is you have four dominoes. You're going to take some black dominoes, and these are the connection dominoes. You're going to place them right where they intersect. Just like this, and the others you just do normally. Put dominoes wherever they're supposed to go. So there, there, and here. And do that to the other module too. Okay, now that we have two modules, let's keep on stacking. And this is basically the octawall. What is supposed to happen is you can knock it down either in the middle or on the sides. So what's going to happen if you knock it down the sides? This will fall, causing the black dominoes to fall, which will trigger this. But if you have a big base, you might want to build a little bigger, taller, so there's more black dominoes to knock down, so you have more force. In our video, the best setup ever, we tried to use string because our books, we tried to use it, completely failed. So yeah, we tried using string and that failed too. Okay, so now let's put dominoes right up here, just like this. Okay, so now that we have this much, I feel like that's enough. Let's see it knocked down. 3, 2, 1, go. It almost knocked down. That's because there aren't enough black dominoes, but that was still cool. Let's play it again in slow mode. That was awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to make a variation of the octawall. In our video, the ultimate setup, or something like that, I invented this variation that involves like 3 octawalls, like not in a row, but like 2 on one side and then 1 in the middle. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to do the normal 4 thing. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and I've built octawalls a lot, so I'm kind of experienced, so I don't need to measure everything. But when you start, I recommend measuring things so you don't mess up the spacing or something like that. 2. Now this is the tricky part. So this is gonna involve a lot of like careful domino placing. So I'm going to move the camera a little closer so you guys can actually see. I'm gonna do this in first person view, so hopefully it doesn't fail. Okay. Okay, we position the camera. Now let's build again. So you're gonna wanna place it almost in line with these two dominoes. And then you're gonna build a module right over here. I like to call them modules, the set of 4. Let's grab more dominoes. I'll move this back a bit. Okay, so now that we have this, there's a lot of different connections that need to happen. So just watch carefully. Now, even I might forget, so let me try to remember. So there's domino there. Basically, build 2 dominoes on both the sides, like this. Like just how you normally build it. But the trick is, oops, that's a little close. Let me just adjust these a little bit. Okay, the trick is, like, you put the 3rd domino. Okay, but wait. Oof, that failed. Let's just put the 3rd domino here. Now we're gonna build up 1 more layer and then we're gonna start connecting both of them. So here we are, and here we are. Okay. This is where the connections are going to start happening, so watch carefully. Now that we've built up 1 layer, you can't do this on the ground layer, but you can do it 1 layer up. That's why we built up 1 layer. Now what we're going to do is, you see these 2 dominoes? We're going to put a domino right there. Or here, over here. Actually, let me do all these connecting black dominoes, like connecting dominoes in black. Just like this, and you also want to put it here, so it looks kind of like this shape. Got it? Okay. So now we can continue building, placing blocks. Now this is also a very tricky part. You can either put it here or there, so I would actually recommend not doing it like this, but you could. It would just be harder. I would recommend putting the domino right there. So that means you do have to shift your thing a little bit. Wait, actually, to make this easier, let's just take this down. Shift it a bunch closer. Now we can just quickly build this back up. And what we want to do is put a domino from here to here. That's still not enough. It's pretty tough to do this measuring, so you gotta do a little bit of trial and error. So scoot this a little more. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty tough. It took a while to... I invented this one, so like I had to think for a while to see which connections to do and all, because it's pretty tough. And what you're going to want to do is angle that domino a little bit so that you can squeeze another domino over there. Just like this. So I forgot I'm doing them in black. It's going to push it over a little bit and then add another domino. Now I know this junction in the middle looks kind of bad, but once you build up, it won't look that bad. Now you gotta build up. Just using the same technique, following the same steps as the Octawall. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, that's better. Now here's the tricky part, where to attach what. So what you could do if my spacing is off, so what you can do is add 2 additional black dominoes over there, and then put blue dominoes on all 3 of them. Kind of like this. Just the center part. Figured we probably should show you that. Okay, and now that you've done that, now it's basically a smooth line from here. You just keep repeating it. Now I think this is good for the tutorial. I'll show you. Here's the video of the bigger Octawall. Okay, so that's the bigger Octawall. This one is a small Octawall. Let's try knocking it down. Not all of it might knock down because it's so small, but let's try. We're gonna start in this quadrant. It kind of works like that. When you get bigger, it gets easier. So thanks for watching, guys. More tutorials are coming out on cool things we do in our videos, and also we are planning to make a video on how to make domino setups, like fields and just how to create. Okay, bye.